Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to learn about the mechanics of position of neck and head. So this is the position of neck and head. We can see these set of forces are concurrent forces. That is, they are passing from a point, that is O. Coming to the question, figure represents the forces acting on head. So this is the figure. The head weighs W equal to 50 newtons. W is the weight of the head, so it acts perpendicular downward. So this is W. And its center of gravity is located at C. So at C, the center of gravity of the head is located. Fm is the magnitude of the resultant force exerted by the neck extensor muscles. So here is the Fm, which is applied on the skull at A. So Fm is applied at A. So we are taking the Fm direction to be outward and Fm is inclined at an angle theta. The atlanto-occipital joint center is located at B. So this is the atlanto-occipital joint center, which is at B. For this flexed position of the head, it is estimated that the line of action of the neck muscle force makes an angle theta equal to 30 degrees and the line of action of the joint reaction force makes an angle beta equal to 60 degrees with the horizontal. So first we derive the equations, next we go to the numericals. So now we'll analyze the problem. Fm is acting at A and it is acting outward and it makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Next, Fj is acting at B. The direction of Fj is opposite to direction of Fm as already discussed, and Fm is making theta and Fj is making beta with the horizontal, right? So as these both forces are inclined, they are resolved into their vertical and horizontal components. So Fm is resolved into Fmx and Fmy, and Fj is resolved into Fjx and Fjy. So this is the Fj force with angle beta, and this is the resultant Fm force with angle theta, and this is the W, that is weight of the head. Coming to the motive, what tension must the neck extensor muscle exert to support the head? What is the compressive force applied on the first cervical vertebra at the atlanto-occipital joint? As these are the concurrent forces, we won't find the moment equation, we directly find the force equation. So as they are resolved into their vertical and horizontal components, we can write Fmx. So this is our Fmx. Fmx is equal to Fm cos theta. It is adjacent side. So adjacent by hypotenuse, it is cos. So Fmx is equals to Fm cos theta. And Fmy. So this is our Fmy. Fmy is equal to Fm sin theta. And Fjx, this is our Jx. Fjx is Fj cos beta and Fjy is Fj sin beta. Now, summing up the forces on x direction, in x direction, that is sigma Fx is equal to 0. So what are the forces acting in x direction or horizontal direction is Fjx and Fmx, right? They are acting in opposite direction. So when we equate, we'll get Fjx is equal to Fmx. So this is the first equation. And next, sigma Fy is equal to 0. So what are the forces acting in y direction? We have Fjy in positive y direction and Fmy and W in negative y direction. So summing up and writing the equation, we'll have Fjy is equals to W plus Fmy. Right? Next. So from this, we can write Fjx is equal to Fmx as previously discussed, and Fjx is Fj cos beta and Fmx is Fm cos theta. So they are equal. In the same way, equating the vertical forces, that is Fjy is equals to W plus Fmy, we get Fjy is Fj sine beta equal to W plus Fmy. What is Fmy? Fmy is Fm sine beta. Now what is the next step? Is you have to divide these two equations. So if we divide these two equations, we do it orally. Fj gets cancelled. Cos beta by sine beta, that is cot beta, equal to Fm cos theta by W plus Fm sin theta. So we write in terms of tan theta, it will be easy. So tan beta is equal to W plus Fm sin theta by Fm cos theta. All right. So we got tan beta as W plus Fm sin theta by Fm cos theta. Now we'll send Fm cos theta to the other side. We have Fm cos theta tan beta equal to W plus Fm sin theta. Right? Here we want Fm. So we'll send this Fm sin theta to other side. So we, after taking Fm common, we have Fm into cos theta tan beta minus sin theta equal to the leftover W. From here, we'll get Fm is equals to W by cos theta tan beta minus sin theta. So this is the value of Fm and this is the numerical. They have given theta to be 30 degrees and beta to be 60 degrees, right? So what is the Fm formula? Fm, right? See, this is Fm. W by cos theta tan beta minus sin theta. What was the W value given? 50. 50 by cos 30 tan 60 minus sin 30. If you substitute all the trigonometric values, we'll get Fm value to be 50 newtons. In the same way, when you substitute all the values in Fmx and Fmy, we'll get 43 newtons and 25 newtons. So this plus x and minus y represents the direction in which the Fmx and Fmy are acting. So after getting the values of Fmx and Fmy, we will be able to solve the values of Fjx and Fjy. So what is Fjx? Fjx is Fmx. So they both are equal, but Fjx is acting in opposite direction to Fmx. So here we have negative x direction because Fmx is acting in positive x direction. Next, Fjy was W plus Fmy, right? So we get 50 plus 25, that is 75, acting in positive y direction. So with this, we'll get Fj. What is Fjx? Fjx is Fj cos beta, right? So from there, we'll get Fj is equal to Fjx by cos beta equal to 43 by cos 60. That is 86 newtons. With this, we have completed today's video. Stay tuned for the upcoming video. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe our channel. Thank you.